Hey guys, real quick, Hopper hot take. Super late at night. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I just got home from school. Long day. Ended up being about a 16-hour day or whatever. I don't know. But it's on my mind, so I want to talk about it real quick. One of the things today, we were in sports medicine class. We listened to a interview that Jeff Allen did last year, talking about athletic training at the University of Alabama. And one of the things he touched on and talked about over and over again, first of all, if you're going to get in athletic training, be ready to serve. But also, talking about relationships. And, it's one of those things that I think is really important for us to continue to harp on. And that's something we're real big on, is talking about relationships and relationships and relationships. Relationships are so important in athletic training, and I think they're really super important for us at the high school level too. Again, Jeff talked about it at the college level, and at the high school level for us, it's so important, and I really feel like that's a large part of my job. May not actually be about treating the athlete themselves and actually providing that physical rehabilitation care, but it's the managing so many different things, and it's the guiding the process, right? And I think that's super important for us to think about, because at the high school level, so many times that interaction we have with the parent, that interaction we have with the kid, it may be the first time they've ever been through it, or maybe it's simply the first time they've been through it in a manner that is efficient and makes sense. So often I hear from parents, from coaches, kid gets hurt at the junior high level, at the middle school level, where they probably don't have an athletic trainer, unfortunately, and maybe they do. Those places that they do, that's fantastic. Okay, but those that don't, they come in as a freshman, they don't know what to do. Okay, and even sometimes these kids, junior, senior year, first time they've had a major injury, we're there to help guide that process. The certified athletic trainer is there to help guide that process. And I had a bunch of conversations this week. I've had multiple conversations of how to go about it. One was a visiting team athlete, last night, and just taking the time to walk them through the whole process. And here's how I'd handle this if this was my child, or if this was my kid. One of our athletes at Bishop Lynch High School. But then we talk about, having that conversation with one of our kids, whether it's a season-ending injury, a possibly career-ending injury, whether it's a concussion. And here's how we're going to go about this process, and here's how we're going to go step by step through this, and we're going to help you guide the whole process, because I do this all the time, right? If it's a concussion, that's something that we do on a regular basis at our school. But for the parent, for the child, for the athlete, they don't, right? And so we're there to guide that process. So it's really important that we talk about relationships and building those relationships and helping them be at ease, because we have to get the parent to buy in. First of all, we have to get the child and we have to get the parent to understand and be comfortable with that process. And that's just one of the things that we do as athletic trainers, is help to manage that process. It's not always about the physical rehab. It's not always about that part of things. It's about managing the process and making them feel comfortable with the process. So tonight's Hopper hot take, like I said, it's super late. I'm going to go to bed because I got another long day tomorrow. Multiple games, treatments, all that kind of stuff. Another day in the life of a high school athletic trainer. But this is tonight's Hopper hot take. Build those relationships. Be there for your kids. Be there for your parents. It's a big key. Have a good night.